It's a community fun day that we've organised, really with the intention of ultimately trying to get the landlords in the area to engage more with the communities. It's an area of high landlord proportion, and there's a bit of a disengagement at the moment between the landlord and the tenants. You know, I work with a lot of landlords and they'll be earning a lot of money from the area and won't necessarily have enough, in my opinion, engagement with the area. It's just a family fun day, a community day for everybody to come along. We've got basically anybody who's connected with the community. So we've got Mancunian Way, local charity, we've got Shelter, Adactus, the Housing Association, obviously the council, I'm here, Bill from Glebe Investments, he's a private landlord. And yeah, as I say, we're just trying to bring the area together, bring the community together. I've had the support of Bill Glebe, who is a private landlord himself. He's helped fund the day, and we want more people like him really, and we want more people engaging like he has, you know, taking an interest in the area and not just looking at the money signs.
We've had some really useful feedback today, and hopefully we can, you know, we can find a way of improving things.
And try and encourage long term for landlords to engage more with the areas for the benefit of everybody, themselves included.
My company does well from trading and renting property in these kind of areas, and there feels like a social responsibility to give something back. There are benefits to letting out good quality property to good tenants. You know, the upshot generally of that is there's no noise, there are no problems. If you try and let a bad property, a poor property, it's unlikely you're going to find a good tenant for it. So that is the start of the problem. You know, bad property attracts not the best tenant and is the start of the antisocial behaviour in the area.
There's been the usual, tenants with the usual issues and comments, which is good. And today's really about highlighting the issue. After here, we're going to look at trying to sort it really.
The feedback we've had today in terms of what tenants think of their landlords is fairly negative. In the main, the general sense is that they're absent. There's a disconnect between the tenant and the landlord, and that tends not to be the case when you look at social housing. In social housing with housing associations, they have offices, they have community liaison offices, so there's a relationship between the tenant and the landlord.
So in Abbey Hey and Gorton, there's a lot of private landlords in the area. It's got its challenges, it's got a very poor recycling record. I was speaking to somebody from the council earlier. She said most of her week is taken up with rubbish and the lack of recycling. There's antisocial issues which apparently are rising. And I just think that landlords play a key role in they have a responsibility, just like I do. I work for a property company, and somewhere along the way I get my wages paid by these people. And I just think, I think everybody needs to pull the socks up a little bit and basically care a little bit more and work together for, as I say, for the benefit of everybody.